Yeah, I know, finally. I thought I'd try it again. This one will probably be pretty short. Hi, Tara. Yes, finally. Good heavens. Oh, thank you so much, Tara. 4 months? Holy shit. I should be more active. That's but this is twofold here. One is to get back in the habit of streaming, and two is to have people here to like pressure me into working on my comic because I've been procrastinating it really bad. Um, and I feel like I'm disappointing myself and my mentor by not finishing it. So, sorry, I'm just finishing up a Instagram story post saying, "Please come watch me stream." Um, thank you so much for that too, Tara. Dalton, that means you have to you have to come to every stream now. Okay. Or else I won't be your friend anymore. Oh my god, Richie too. All of my most loyal people. It has been a while. I'm sorry for that. Holy shitter. True, Dalton. Yes, here's my beautiful I'm getting so much shit done. Everything above this turtle eating this duck. Dog don't care. Yeah. Everything above this turtle eating this duck is like stuff that I really want to get finished. Um and there used to be a lot more stuff above this turtle eating this duck. So I'm making good progress. Um and it's sort of ordered in like how I'm prioritizing things as well. Sort of. But anyway, I'm procrastinating again in microcosm. So I want to see the Hannah thing when it's done. I'm really excited about it. Look, she's got these little kikis floating above her head. When I was in second grade, I had a friend named Kiki, and he was a boy, and oh, I can't have that on screen. Um, but like I would talk about him to my parents, and to their knowledge, Kiki was a girl name, so they thought I had a friend who was a girl. I didn't talk to girls. A new Fortnite furry skin. I don't play Fortnite, so I don't know what it is, what the whatever the new one is. I know they keep adding them though. W centric. Yeah, I for one thing, I keep seeing Deltarune stuff on Twitter. Um, Here, let me no, no, no. No peanuts on screen. Um Damn, the preview's gonna not work. Oh well. Um, I had a dream last night that like I was like internet friends um, with Toby Fox. Um, in the dream, he was like transgender and like wasn't open about it. So I felt really weird whenever I like said him when I was like talking to people about him. Anyway, that's not like the important part of the dream. The important part of the dream was that like he was telling me about how weird game dev is, and he was saying like, yeah, like I made like a little song, like a short song, for a small segment of the game, and when I like uploaded it to the game file like shrunk by like 3.2 like gigabytes or whatever. Um, and I thought that was such a funny story in the dream. I was like, damn, I could never do game dev. That sounds confusing as hell. Because in the dream, Toby Fox was like conflated in my head with Remy Boydell. Old Toby Tabitha Fox game dev is weird. Yeah, but I also like I didn't know like what Toby Fox looked like in the dream either. We just like only spoke over um you know, like Discord. So this page obviously I've already started it. So I got a head start. I want to get at least this page and another page done. My comic has how many pages? 36 pages, and I've finished 4 of them. So it'll be a bit. Oh, hi Nelly. Welcome for a sec. I hope you're enjoying Fyodor Dostoevsky. Notice your registration for next semester? Which semester? I don't remember if you're taking summer off or not. Come on. So in this panel that I'm drawing right now, she's sort of clenching her fists on this like mop handle because she just got fired and her boss is being an asshole. You're taking fall off, okay. So, for anyone who's been following the like previews of my comic that I've been putting on my story, I'm sorry to say that there will be no more Fisho King, the best fish sandwich restaurant. Don't they call it a chippy in the UK, like a place where you go to get fish and chips? That's frankly adorable if true. Chippy, yeah. That's awesome. Why don't we have a... I'm so sorry, Noah. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, thank you for following Nico Art. What was I gonna say? Yeah, why don't we have like a cute name for like a burger place? What a Berkey. You'll be making a cave diver comic? Oh, because of like the meme that's been going around. Oh, thank you so much, Tara. You're being so generous. That like cave diver meme is so wild to me because like I feel like so much of it is like some of it is like clearly inspired by like the story of Nutty Putty Cave, which is like a really fucking tragic story. But like, so for one thing, it's kind of weird to make light of that. Yeah, sure, Richie. For another thing, like, Nutty Putty Cave is like, I live in Utah, so that's like not far from me. So it's weird. Hi, Advice Rookie. Horrifying hobby, yeah. Yeah, very, reminds me of Ted the Caver and stuff. We live in the same state, scary. If you see me, say hi. Night Rain gets a 7.5 out of 10. But it's in like alpha, right? Good habits. Discord, why are you full screen? Oh, a network test. You're in a good mood? That's good, Tara. Is something good happening? Did you did you do something like cool for Valentine's Day? Did anybody do something cool for Valentine's Day? There's more than one person in the chat. Posted on gaming. Let's see. They got rid of the good class registration portal. No! Colleges need to learn to like, use one thing. Monster Hunter beta ending. Oh, thank you for following. That just means hello. That just means closer to Monster Hunter coming out for real. Made a Virgin Core Valentine's comic on Valentine's Day. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, Nelly, I did something cool too. Oh yeah, I remember the like trip you did. I forgot that was like an early Valentine's thing. Oh, I was gonna see what Richie posted in gaming. Holy smokes, that's big. It looks like a cathedral almost. Oh, the new furry guy. He's fine. I expect better from the Fortnite character designers than that. You have no artistic ability, yet your mind can create so much Yuri. Are you saying that in relation to what you said about Monster Hunter, or just in general? Like Wilder's mechanics in Night Rain? Which one is that? There's only like 4 classes, right? There's like the bird guy, the witch, the knight guy, and the bloodborne looking guy. Couldn't think of a name yet. Thank you for following. It's just General Signalis, however. Okay. Duchess just feels like a Lady Maria and Firekeeper mashup. I agree with that. You designed a variant of a mech. Oh yeah, yeah, I saw the mech you posted. Is it that one or did you do a different one? 260 followers. Whoa. Yes, okay. What was I gonna say? Signalis. I have Signalis in my library. It is waiting for me to stream it because I plan on streaming it. Oh, you're doing the back of it. You're doing it from scratch? That's gotta be tough. Mecha's like notoriously difficult to draw. I'm trying not to use the straight line tool inside the panels. Because I'm going with like a pretty rough style generally. And I feel like it would look weird to have like totally straight lines in the middle of, you know, a comic that has such a rough style. You cried playing Signalis 3 times and you haven't beat it yet? I have no idea what it, like, how it plays. All I know is that I see like copious gay art of it and I like the art style, so that'll be enough. And I like going into things blind, so. You're not priority registration? You're literally a cool deer, Nelly. I've been saying that. Plus, you're on like the dean's list or whatever. You should get priority registration. What the hell? I gotta remember what the door looks like. Oh, I didn't draw a doorknob or anything, so. It's very gay. Yeah, it looks like it. 1000 X resist. I don't know what that is. Oh, the president's list. Is the dean and the president not the same person? Here's a little, you know, like you swipe your badge on that to get into the employees only door. Your favorite Signalis artist stopped uploading? Finished reading Night like 3 weeks ago? I remember we talked about that. What a book. The dean and the president have quite different roles. I believe you. I just... I bet both of them sit around all day and don't do anything until it's time to do a little speech at commencement and graduation. That's what I think. Oh, President's List is even better? Holy smokes. Hello, Red Proto Lad. Welcome back. You're finally catching a stream? Well, I'm finally streaming, so. Similar boat. The leaker said that Deltarune Chapter 3 will be released the same day as Hollow Knight Silk Song. Sync Song. Uh, so the heat death of the universe. Spotify or Apple Music, I don't use either. I either listen to things that I have downloaded on my phone through iTunes, or I look them up on YouTube. I finally listened to Jordy Griep last night. Pretty good. Never use music apps. I wish I had Spotify because it can do a lot of cool things. I like that you can like share your playlists and stuff. I'm not really much of a playlist person. Sometimes I think it would be nice to make some. Straight greeping. Yeah, Jaden, I really liked it. Like I said, I listened to it twice. Um, I'll have to talk to you more about it, especially in person. But I do think it mostly follows the same person. I think a couple songs are different characters though, and I think when it's a different singer, um, it's a different character. Or if it's, I don't think it's not the same guy singing in the whole album, is it? Because if it is the same guy singing the whole time, then I guess like the different voices are different characters. Silk Song and Deltarune come out on the third impact. Respect the MP3 grind. Yeah, well, yeah. Yo ho ho and whatnot. I do know that, Nelly, about your evolution in music taste. God, there's so much. I mean, obviously, like, according to Streamlabs, I've got 17 viewers, but chat's moving quickly. The Fanta will be able to play it. The Fanta is like all of humanity, like as one essence. Do you think? Do you think after human instrumentality, humanity will enjoy video games, or do you think we'll be evolved past them? Health is doing another tour. I've never listened to them. That's another one that I see people talking about a lot that I haven't listened to yet. Sometimes I'll like post like a commission where like the character in the commission is like wearing merch from a band I don't listen to, and people in the comments will be like, "Oh my god, you like this band?" And I'm like, "I don't. It's a commission." Hi, Dev. Jaden, I think you have music taste. I think doohickey music maxing is valid and can be considered music taste. I'm trying to figure out. I should have figured out like the layout of um this like restaurant before I started drawing it. But anyway, I drawing from my experiences working in food service, I suppose. Because here's the, well, actually no. It's not like that. Sorry if you can hear my dishwasher, by the way. I've said and I will continue to say that I live in a studio apartment, and so everything's close to everything else, so you can hear everything. Um, anyway, here's the big fucking washing sinks that you wash dishes in when you work in a restaurant. There's a in your Deftones Radiohead era. I'm not picky with music. I'll listen to pretty much anything. Death Grip split up, yeah. And then this will be the big wagon thing, trash can that you have to wheel out to the dumpster. This should be relatable to anybody who's worked in food service. Oh, Armada, thank you for following. I like your art. I've been following you for a long time. I think you've been following me for a long time too, so that's pretty cool. If you listen to any kind of music, have I listened to Rubber Band by Jackal Queenston? I don't mean that I have listened to a lot of music. I mean that like I am not picky with the music I listen to. So no, I have not. This will be one of those signs that they're like legally required to put up in like workplaces. That's like, know your rights as a worker. And then it's got like all this like really, really small text that you can't read. And you stare at it on your lunch break or in the bathroom because there's like nothing else to do. And then it's got all these like government phone numbers at the bottom. It's like if your boss is fucking you over, call this number. Oh, thank you, Armada. Your girlfriend's a Radiohead fan? My girlfriend's a Radiohead fan too. For Radiohead's good. Why not theater music? When am I gonna learn bass guitar? I don't know. I don't know. This will be like an AC unit, I guess? I don't know. I should really have looked up reference images. This is... God damn it. You recently got into Radiohead? Oh, I think you told me. come to Guitar Center? I really want to. I just don't know if I have the time at this point. I'm gonna be like making that like video course and stuff and probably getting a job soon. I know, Nelly. We started. You started teaching it to me that one day, forever ago, like 2 years ago. There's an AC on the wall with the purity seal stamped to it. That's beautiful. The sticky note right there. I don't know what it is. Form a Radiohead cover band. Let's do it. ADHD Trash Can, thank you for following. That trend back in quarantine of people drawing KK Slider on album covers. Yeah, I never ended up doing that. I did on the Discord. I drew one for an album I've never listened to. That like Snail said I should draw because like there's no people on the album cover. You'd have to scroll pretty far to find it, but like I drew KK Slider in the background like chewing on crayons. Trying to figure out. Just a sec. I'm gonna hide this because I don't want to do anything embarrassing now. So, I just need to find the comic page. Here we go. What? Spelled MF Doom wrong. Yeah. Ah, shit. My little PNG guy's not working. Give me a sec. Okay, yeah, she's working now. I like rap snitches. That one comes on pretty often. Lend you your Mad Villainy CD and Igor CD. I don't have a CD player. I can listen to him on YouTube. I've been wanting to listen to him. I've been wanting to listen to Igor. a package. I got a ring light so that I can record videos with my face in them, which is scary. I don't like my face being on camera, but I also believe in, like, moving past my insecurities or whatever. Oh. It's been out for the past few minutes? Okay. Well, who knows what I said that nobody heard. I, like, added extra pages to this comic to, like, reach the 36 pages. And then I had to cut, like, all of them out. Because it actually went over. And I think that's a mighty shame. A few minutes isn't like 40 seconds. Okay. I thought about getting a burger today. And then I ended up not doing it, which I think is I think I was thrifty as fuck for that. Because I've got, like, this spinach in my fridge, and any day that I don't eat it is a day that it's gonna get closer to going bad. So, oh, hoping my PC didn't give me another horrifying blue screen. Well, I mean, it just freezes it freezes whatever's on the screen. So, if it, like, retrieved the fucking substance image, that would be incredible. For context, for people that aren't Jaden, I was watching The Substance with Jaden on. Oh, thank you, Arisa Automa, for following. Anyway, yeah. I was watching The Substance with Jaden, and my computer crashed while there was, like, a horrifying image on screen. And so that image was just, like, frozen onto the screen. It was awful. Is The Substance any good? Uh it's good, yeah. It's freaky. If if you're into body horror, you should definitely watch it. It scared me. Jaden can attest. I was, yeah, I was scared. I was gonna say I was, like, whimpering and shit, but I don't know. I know I was, like, watching through, like, my fingers at points. What was the horrifying image? Overrated in your opinion? That's totally fair. Um, but body horror really gets to me, so I found it very effective. The horrifying image, it was when the, like, monster first looks in the mirror. English teachers is like 70 told you to watch The Substance. English teachers are cool. Is it? Where's my news at? Okay, thank you. One movie that does seem pretty good is The Monkey. I'm not convinced by the trailers for The Monkey, but I don't know. Maybe I'll see it when it comes out. Is it out? I don't know. It is freaky to me because at my parents' house, my dad has that monkey. So, like, what if I watch it and then I can't go to my parents' house because I'm so scared of the monkey? I love weird body horror stuff. And you should watch The Substance. Yeah, English teachers are perfect and we should give them $1 billion. True. Grandfather was an English teacher. Well, Nell is gonna be an English teacher. Um, so not that she's biased. Not that I think she's biased. I'm drawing this all this shit in the dumpster, and it's just gonna get covered up by the character when I draw her. Who cares? You should watch The Simpsons. What is this? I don't know. It's like a hidden track. I've never heard this one before. Maybe this is the one from that dream I had. This is the song that shrunk the file size for Deltarune Chapter 3. You only ever had one English teacher you didn't like? Me too, I think. You're getting a monkey ad? It's following. That's what the monkey does. This is scary, dude. Oh, wasn't she like... Yeah, she's throwing her hat in the trash can. Okay. And she's clenching her fist. She's so pissed. Part of me considered... Okay, part of me keeps considering doing this comic in... I have to go to London. Be safe. Part of me is considering like doing the inking for this comic in like traditional inks, because that can just be more comfortable for me sometimes, but I also haven't done it in such a long time. Part of me has considered not finishing this comic and just expanding the Jar Fetus one. But I don't really have like a plan for that one's story. This one's story is like very fleshed out, at least in my head. So, I don't know. The monkey found you too? Now, one of my art teachers in college, and you know where my college was, he lived in Bountiful, and he drove every day to campus. Joan's not built for a comic. Everyone like says that. She's not like... Whenever I make a comic of her, that's like a fluke. Like she's meant to like be used as like a symbol in like art pieces that I want to make about like my feelings and stuff. Um she's not supposed to be like a character with a story and stuff. Yeah, she's more of a mascot than a character, yeah. What if your classmates drove every day from West Valley? That's insane. Your first grade teacher still lives a couple houses down from you. That's crazy. I would always thought it was so weird when I would see my my fifth grade teacher at church sometimes as a kid. I was like, you're not supposed to like be at church. You're supposed to be at school. It's whack listening to these places that you know on a person's stream. Yeah, I get that. That Yuri comic was absolute cinema. Which one? The leash one? Yeah, I'm really proud of that one. I was planning to draw that one for like a long, long time. But like, I don't know, there's not like anything to expand from that, you know? Like I said what I wanted to say. We got Queen, finally Peak. Finally Peak is here. What if I colored the comic and put it on a t-shirt? I don't want to color it more than I already did. I like the colors, with like the pink and stuff, or the blue and white and pink. I don't want to put it on a t-shirt. I don't think that would be a good t-shirt. I want to make prints of it. Your grandpa being a professor in Wyoming. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Get much gayer. I mean, yeah. But I have got other, I can make other gay comics. Like the Bug Girl and the Murder Girl. They are made for a comic. Um, like that is their purpose. That's why I made them. Um, that is not what Joan is for. Joan is for art. Or Judith and Nicole. Yeah, they're built for a comic too. And they're just very fun to draw, so there will be more for them. The full metamorphosis girl, yeah, that's what I was saying. There's gonna be more of her. The plant girl is not for a comic, she's just for me. I will not be drawing her story because I don't think that I could do it justice. Who's Judith? The big cobra. The fat cobra. Judith and Nickel. Not just a comic, just more plant. I will. She's fun to draw. Yeah, no, I know that you still don't like them in some ways. It's always a bummer to me when you don't like Patricia Hormones. Who's that? Um, it's always a bummer when I make characters that you don't like, no. But it's 100 Floors of Frights. Greta Sweep. I'm so glad people like her because designing her was like a really, really self-indulgent thing for me. I did not expect people to actually like them. One lady whose family didn't want to invite them to the Super Bowl. What are you talking about? Dev, that is a wild question. Uh, the answer is less of them than you would probably expect. I don't know if I'll answer that publicly on stream. Like, Judith and Nicole and Patricia and Greta, I'm not like attracted to any of them. They're just like for fun. I'm not gonna answer any of you. Miranda, yeah. I forgot who that was for a second. Yeah, I only ever said the plant girl's name on Twitter, but her name is Ness. I guess I said it on stream too, but these comics are gonna have the speech bubbles added later. Ness, yeah, Ness is the plant. It's short for something, but I don't remember. Or like she has like a last name and stuff. You can find it on my Twitter if you search hard enough. Now I'm doing the shading, so I have to brighten the screen. The Plantis. That's her name. Yeah, her last name is Plant Girl. You uninstalled Twitter? Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't have it on my phone. I only have it on my iPad. Because I think it's good for me, who's like a professional like internet person, to be posting there, but I should not be like scrolling there all the time, you know? Somebody like said something mean to me one time and I I deleted it. Pretty common occurrence on Twitter, yeah. Can I do a comic of Judith being confirmed by the Senate to be a 5th Federal Circuit Court judge? Yeah, babe, I'll do that for you. I think she would be a great judge. I think she'd look slay in those robes. She has a job already. She's like one of my she's one of few of my characters who has a job. It's good to be on Twitter, but it's awful to be on Twitter, yeah. Oh, Haley, thank you for following. Hi! This is the comic that I don't know, I sent you the full thing on Discord, but I don't know if you ever saw it. Fifth Circuit, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Sure. He probably lives around there. I don't know where Judith lives. Probably on the coast. She probably lives in, like, Georgia. Oh, thank you. The answer's Louisiana. She's a big snake. She's also not like a real species of snake. You're a big snake, Disar Raylan. What if Judith was Australian? I hadn't considered the possibility. You'd be a hognose. I love hognose snakes. Haley, you and Dalton need to go to Clint's reptile room in Provo and hold the hognose snakes. Gonna make Judith a solid snake. Oh my god, that would be so cute though. To draw her as... Oh my god. You may be cooking. You had Clint as a professor? Clint of the reptile room? Want to know your favorite lizard? Of course I do. Oh, is it in Springville, not Provo? Look, I just know that it's south of Orem. That's all I need to know. Point is, they need to go. Because I went there forever ago, and it was awesome! Horned lizards, also known as horny toads. Is that because it has horny in the name? Or is it because they squirt blood out of their eyes? Yes. The blood part. Yeah. I figured you were saying yes to that part. This is one of those big, like, crazy ass washing machines that you get to use if you work in food service. Where you, like, pull the lever and it, like, covers. It's so cool. That was my favorite part of working in food service. No! Springville is a real place. Oh, you mean like The Simpsons? Is that where The Simpsons? No, they're in Springfield, right? Springfield, yeah. Add 3 of 7 million. The shit sins. You got him, Tara. Gnart Shitson. I drew this hose thing different both times. Am I stupid? I'm gonna leave it. I don't care. You found two horny toads screwing? Well, I guess they were living up to their name. You can't blame them. What's my favorite lizard? I really, really like the Mexican mole lizard. Have you seen those? They're so silly. I love that Toby Fox just seems to love Christmas. Cause me too, dude. Hell yeah. Makes you want to draw, but you're too lazy. I understand that. I was thinking last night about how, like, I wish I didn't rely so much on, like, being in, like, the right headspace to draw, you know? Make more Diane art from Bad Guys? I haven't seen that movie yet. She could draw and not just sketch. I get that. Christmas spirit on the rise. All-time highs. That's what I'm saying. I've still got Christmas lights up in my apartment. And you know what? I'm not taking them down. Because I love Christmas. And I like the vibe that the Christmas lights bring to my little apartment. Holy shit, I'm spam-tinning out. I'm spamming out right now. You get to make scribble monsters and scribble people? Yeah, fun. That's good. Your friend draws so motivating. That's good. I really wish I had more, like, friends who are super into art, and, you know, I'd want to, like, do art stuff together, and so I want to have more, like, trans women friends, and I want to have more artist friends, but I hate meeting people. Relying on being in that right headspace is one of the worst things about making art. Sometimes you're just not feeling it. You force yourself to produce artwork when you're not in the right headspace, and you just end up making something bad and you hate, and you have to clean it all up later. Yeah, exactly. And it sucks when, like, drawing is my job, and I don't want to, like, draw something that's gonna, like, let people down, you know? You mean IRL? Yeah, I do. I've tried to, like, do such things online, and I'm just not. It just doesn't work for me, unfortunately, which is a real shame. Applies to a lot of the creative field, yeah. This guy's based on the boss that I had when I worked in food service. And he was like an asshole. His name was like Miguel or something, so that's what this character is going to be named, Miguel. I don't... Oh yeah, his name will be said like once. Oh, yeah, Haley, you're not gonna have room to oil paint at the new place. God, I wish I could oil paint again. I'm not saying like I want you to like give me my stuff back. I'm just saying that like I don't know, I did it very little and I found it to be such a fun process. And I want to like try it again and like make stuff that's more creative, you know, because I did it just, you know, for class. Um so there wasn't a ton of like creativity involved in this stuff that I got to make. But yeah, I'd love to make art with you if you want to. I know we've talked about it a little bit before, but yeah. And no, I know you're always open to collab, and I feel so guilty about how long it took me to finish our um our Bloodborne collab, but I did have a lot of fun. So maybe. Um and God, I love the way you drew Joan and Miranda, especially Miranda. That's like my favorite art of her, including mine, is the art that you did. Artist from placing hundreds of thousands of blocks in your silly Minecraft world. Hell yeah. That's art. That counts as art. We should do something, Dev. I'm not sure what, but we should do something. There's like there's some like art games that I really want to play and stuff. I I was gonna watch a documentary with Elle tonight, but she might not be able to. So if I don't end up doing that, then maybe no, those colors are too dark. Maybe I can see if anybody on the Discord wants to play Gardic Phone, like any people who are artistically inclined, because I have never played Gardic Phone and I really, really, really want to play Gardic Phone. And it's like built into Discord now, so it's like easier. And there's a lot of people on the Discord. So. What's that game? Gardic Phone? It's like Haley, have you ever played Telestrations? No. Okay. It's like telephone. It's like art telephone, essentially. So you draw something and then pass it to the next person. You know, they have to like write what they think it is. The next person draws the what was written down, and then etc. etc. Narrative game recommendations. That sounds really cool. Cyborg lesbians? What are you talking about now? But yeah, Haley, you should play it. I really want to. I really want to play it. It'd be so nice to have people to play it with. Um, Boss clones. Cora. I just saw your message about being in a funk. I'm sorry about that. The art for Night in the Woods was based on an album he listened to. That's cool. I'm not much of a music person, but I do find that, like, you know, I do make some art that I make is like inspired by music. Music is a really good like source of inspiration for art. I could go through like my, you know, my art and point out like which drawings are like inspired by songs and stuff, but I can't think off the top of my head right now. I mean, Joan came from a drawing based on that Fentanyl song, Pat. Oh yeah, we still gotta... I don't know what 1000 Times Resist is. But yeah, no, we gotta play Mouthwashing. I want to play it in person with you, though. So next time you come over here, we can play it. And we can do... we can play it like we did that one, what was that game that we, like, If Found, I think, that we played and it made me cry and we, like, went on a walk? Was that If Found? When am I listening to Die Meistersinger? That's a great question. Juno and Max have some of the freakiest content. I don't follow them, but I have seen some occasionally. It's wild. I saw their Valentine's Day post the other day. Wild shit. Good for them. Good for them for real. Report back on mouthwashing because you're interested to see what Noelle thinks about it. Yeah. Yeah, me too. That's why it's so sweet that she got it for me for Valentine's Day. So we can experience it together and I can, you know, finally play it myself and, you know, see what she thinks of it. There's nothing I love more than experiencing a story with Nell and then, you know, hearing what she thinks about it. Which maybe I'll have to have Nell listen to that that album. What is the album called? The New Sound or something? It's really fucking good. It's gonna be a game you could talk about for quite a while, yeah. 1000 Times Resist is a sci-fi drama. Is it a game or what is it? It's dead? What's dead? Your iPad's dead? Oh my god. Oh, like not charged. Okay, I thought you meant like it was like bricked. That scared me. It's a game? Okay. Maybe I have heard of it. I don't know. I want to play games that like are like artistic and like leave an impression. I want to play kitty horror show games so bad. I love transgender video game. If it was bricked, you'd be crying right now. Yeah, I would too. Play Anatomy with Noelle. That would be a lot of fun. I want to play Werewolf Girls in Love. I don't know anything about it except the fact that there is a game by Kitty Horror Show titled Werewolf Girls in Love. And that just sounds awesome. Are you kidding me? Molgoths, Molgoths versus Visigoths. That's a tabletop game, right? But yeah, let's play it. What's that tabletop game that's like truck lesbians? Yeah, it's in your... Yeah, you have it. We'll play it. Where would gaming be without lesbian transgender surreal? I can't wait until Toby Fox comes out as transgender. Those charity bundles are truly insane, yeah. Tobina Fox. She could come up with a... Goodness. He could come up with a better name than that. $1,200 games, yeah, for real. It's incredible what even outside of like the bundles, it's incredible what you can get on Itch. I don't think that this panel at the bottom has any speech bubbles in it, but it's got a lot of room for them. So maybe I will add some text. We'll see. And what's a restaurant dumpster without a horrible pool of grease under it? Not gonna even bother with Demon's Souls. Yeah, Nell played Demon's Souls last year and she really liked it. So maybe you would like it. But I'm not your mom. It sounds hilarious, yeah. The what was the like joke name for like if I were a girl, like back when I was like a boy, is not a name I would have chose. Hi, Lucy Pop. Salmon Ding Ding, as they call me. as the dingers call me, my loyal fan base. Slammanding. Salamandering. Wild to me that my siblings called salad. you just remembered your name's Tara. That's so awesome. I I think it's so funny. I've gotten in this habit of referring to myself as Robin Salamanding as if I like don't have like an actual like real last name. Robin John Salamanding. Your mom remarried someone with your dead name? Oh, that sucks. To be fair, one of my favorite YouTubers has my dead name. Um, so before I changed my name, it was really cool to like hear my name on YouTube all the time. And then I changed it, and I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. Thankfully I'm not like super bothered by hearing my old name. Um, it's like it's whatever. Like I'm not called that anymore, you know. Um, but yeah. Robin McCoolahan Salamanding. So true. That is my new middle name. Not really, but could you imagine? Thank you, Wise Guy One, for following. I'm sorry, Raylan. I understand that. I know it's not everybody feels, the same about dead names. Like I don't know. I don't even like the term dead name. I usually say my old name, or when I'm talking about it. Anyway, I'm straight up big shotting over here. God, I can't I can't wait for the next chapter of Deltarune to come out. Need Deltarune chapter 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Is it gonna be 6? I thought there were gonna be 5. Did I misremember? Undertale 10th anniversary? Jesus Christ, time flies, I suppose. So, shading gradient. I don't remember which half tone I use. Okay, that looks correct. Trust my process, y'all. This is the real shit. Sorry, I'm real focused on getting my halftones correct. Make sure my naming conventions are consistent. Page 7. Deltarune dropping on September 15th. You bet your life savings of 20 quid. If I have to wait till September, I'll be so sad. Have fun with Dragon Age, Nelly. I love you. This September. Why September? Is there any evidence to support a September release date? February 31st, yeah. Okay, genuinely, I was betting on a January 1st drop. There's a poster coming undone above my desk. Just a second. I'm gonna stand on my chair. This is gonna be a bad idea. Is that how you feel about the Haunted Chocolatier? Is that the one made by the... Oh. Goodness, no, this is dangerous. My chair is not a stable thing to stand on. Okay. Whoa. Is that the one made by the Stardew Valley guy? Or is that a different one? September 15th is the 10th anniversary. Okay, that's fair. Going to bed super early. Well, have a good sleep, Jeff. Yeah, the Stardew Valley. Okay. This is fine. This page... I'm worried about like the quality of the pages degrading as the story goes on. I don't think it will, though. I want the... I'm worried about like the character design not staying consistent. God. I must agonize over every little thing. Big Squid Man post? Oh, I don't know who that is. Yes, it's a rotating chair. Yeah, I should have refined these sketches a lot more before going in to do final versions. But this is what I get, I suppose. Let me hide this again while I find a reference image. After you're done with related stuff in London, you're going to the British Gallery to see an exhibition about the writings of medieval women. That's so you, Core. I've only been streaming an hour and a half. You got a Joan of Arc signature in it? That's crazy. I have mixed feelings about Joan of Arc. But I can't hate a woman in armor. Not that I would hate her. I just think it's an odd story. Bradford's obsession with water sports. Interesting. Oh my god, we're almost to the good part of the story where I get to draw the monster. Because she was on the French side. True. The line can be a little thicker. Okay. Is Belford and Lupin? Like Lupin the Third? I haven't never seen that show. Is it Lupin or Lupin? I don't know. About these twink dogs everywhere. I don't know who you're talking about, actually. French show about gay dogs in France. Oh, maybe I have heard of this actually. I prefer my gay British dogs in Britain. I like my dogs. I like my gay dogs to be English speaking gay dogs. Thank you very much. Yuri dogs over Yowie dogs. Well, yeah, obviously. Wow, panels. You get Shake Shack? Holy shit. I went to Shake Shack with Nelly on Valentine's Day. And I haven't been to Shake Shack since I went to Shake Shack in New York City in 2019. Shake Shack is so good! Oh my god, I love it. That stuff's good as hell. God wills it. God give me strength and also Shake Shack. Hey, this isn't Deltarune. I'll take it though. It's fine. Is my okay? What it feels to be a yaoi enjoyer in the Salamanding Yuri zone. True. I I need to make more like gay boy OCs. Um I have like three. Um and I never draw them. I Cause like I really like the like concept of my like cyberpunk like furry guys. Um but I just never draw them. It looks like I'm writing a lot of W's and H's. I promise this is grass. Oh, they make the burgers at Shake Shack taste so good. I don't know. They've got like a really like nice like char flavor to them, which like I generally don't like that type of thing. So I don't know how they do it. My cyberpunk red wizard guy. I don't know. He's not gay. He's straight. That was in the lore that we wrote. Because he had like a girlfriend who started dating another guy in their like roleplay server, and he's like pissed about it. Getting State Farm ads? Wild. No, Jaden, do you know about my like furry my like cyberpunk furry guys? Because I could lore dump about them to you. You have no clue. Well, I mean, I said that I like never draw them. Um, yeah, I'll show you them. Here, I'll show them on screen. Just a sec. It's an old drawing, so I gotta scroll down really far. I designed them and then didn't do anything with them. I sketched out the first chapter of a comic with them, but I never finished it. I never did anything past the sketching. Like, come on. Come on. Like this is the first page of the comic about them. Um this is as far as I got. Um Let me hide this again. Here they are. Okay. Okay, these are my cyberpunk furry OCs. The bunny, they don't have names yet. Uh the bunny is like a vigilante, not vigilante. He's like a hacker for hire type guy. Um he does like I don't, he like hacks things for people for money. Um, the hyena has like a ton of augmentations and stuff. Obviously, like he had his arms entirely replaced and stuff. Um, this thing on his neck is a um, oh, I don't know how I'd describe it. It connects to like wireless data. Um, oh, thank you, Venus, Venus girl pianist. I'm glad you like it. I'm really proud of that. Um, he's not quite a net runner. Well, I guess you could say he's a net runner. Anyway, the hyena, this thing on his head connects to like Wi-Fi essentially because in order to like pay for all his augmentations and stuff, he went through this service that exists in the universe of these guys where um you give them your brain and they put it in like a they keep it in this big like warehouse like server bank where when you're not like using your brain, you know, when you're like asleep or whatever, they can use it as a computer. Um for like and they lease out their computer services to people because brains are really efficient as computers. Um so he wants to get his brain back. So when he is conscious, he he connects to his brain wirelessly with this like antenna thing. And so um he wants to get his brain back, but he's not going to be able to afford to pay for it to get it back because it's a really predatory company. They give people a good amount of money to use their brains, but then like to get your brain back, um, you have to pay them back, and people like it's an absurd amount of money. Um, so he wants to get his brain back, but the thing is, the company, because they have his brain, um, they can like shut him off at any point. So like if he wants he wants to break in to the like warehouse server bank where they keep his brain. Um but if he like does anything against the company, they will just shut him off remotely. And they can even like take control of his body, which is really dangerous because he's got a lot of like combat based augmentations. So he can be really dangerous in a fight. Um So he gets the he finds the rabbit guy because he's kind of known in the community for being good for his like hacking services and stuff. And he puts this collar on him, which is like a bomb collar, and he's like, you know, help me get my brain back or I will blow up the bomb collar. Um so he's it's a very cyberpunk story. A lot of cyberpunk stories are about bodily autonomy and stuff like that. So that's what it's kind of about. He obviously it's not a not a very healthy start to a romance, but they do end up forming a romance. Um, so yeah, that's the story of my little cyberpunk ICs. Because it's eventually revealed that like the bomb collar was never real. Um, because like this hyena guy is not going to be able to afford a bomb collar, and he obviously doesn't have the expertise to like actually make one. Um, so you know, spoilers. I'm so sorry for spoilers for this comic that I might not ever even write, but yeah. So um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a pretty solid story concept at least, but I'm not much of a writer, so I didn't really get past the first like 5 pages, um, which let me write this again. Yeah, so this is like an extremely rough sketch, but you see the bunny doing his like hacking work, um, and you see his like he's got robotic legs, um, so you get to see him use those, and then he they're like shock absorbing so that he can jump off the top of a building and land without getting hurt, like the long fall boots in Portal. So yeah, he does that. He, you know, gets his payment for doing his work, and then he goes home, and the hyena's in his apartment when he gets there, and he gets knocked out, and that's the end of the first chapter. But, oops, I obviously didn't even finish that, 6-page chapter 1. Yeah, that's. Sorry to get sidetracked, but yeah, that's the story of my gay, uh, my gay cyberpunk OCs. You're really good at writing, but you hate doing it. I'm sorry, I understand that. I should check out Yugsley. Is that like an Instagram artist I can look up? They've got this. Okay, I just looked them up, and like their third post they've got from 4 days ago. I was gonna say this looks exactly like a Moreau painting. Um, and then I looked at the tags, and it is inspired by Moreau. So show that shit to Tara, cause she likes Moreau. I'll follow them though. They made a game that's really cool. I would love to develop a game, but that's like a whole entire like skill set that I don't know about, and I'm not ready for developing new skill sets. I was like, where's my Apple Pencil? I magnetized it to my water bottle for some reason. Anyway, out of the boring shit of drawing a chain link fence. But using my incredible artist brain, I will do a little hack that I like to call copy and pasting. Drawing a few lines and then using copy and paste. Don't tell the art police on me. I see like a bunch of artists I like make games, and I'm so jealous. One day, it's like a one day, type thing for me. Jaden, I'm glad you're like working on drawing. Let me know if you ever want to like, draw together or anything. Obviously, I was talking about that earlier, about how that's something I think would be cool to do with friends. This is thankfully just going to be a silhouette, so I don't need to worry too much about what she looks like. Damn, this goes hard, this music. I love Machiavellian Bach. Been grinding on it every day pretty much. That's awesome. I'd love to see what you've been doing and like talk to you about it and, you know, give advice if I can and if you want that. Someone told you to start a book? You need clams and a publisher for it? You don't need a publisher before you start a book. Publisher is for when your book's finished. Still too broke. I get that. But like, I don't know. If you want to write or draw, just do it. You know, a finished book is better than a perfect book that only exists in your head, you know? That's kind of what I'm trying to tell myself as I work on this comic. Your sister's written many books. The only things you need is your own creativity? Yeah. And maybe an editor. She doesn't get anyone to edit writing and suffers from that. That's a bummer. But like I said, like a finished story is better than a perfect one that only exists in your head. And that's kind of hypocritical for me to say that, but that's not just coming from me. That's coming from, like, you know, professionals that I've talked to. My favorite comic I read recently? God, I haven't read much recently, unfortunately. Like, most recently I read, like, part of the Evangelion manga. But I do really like that, if that's an answer. Somewhat recently, I guess I read, 920 London, and I love 920 London, obviously. I'm trying to think, like, including, like, webcomics, you know? Because my favorite comic ever is Nimona. So that could also be an answer. Did I read Berserk? No. Manga's expensive, and, like, I don't like reading it online. Although my friend recommended me a Yuri manga the other day, so I'm gonna have to read that. Yeah, I know. Love 920 London, yeah. It's good. That's I mean, if it weren't for that, I wouldn't be trying this right now. Cause like this is you know, uh Remy's like mentoring me on making comics, so this is she's been helping me write this. That's so exciting to me. She's like she's like my favorite like comic artist. That yeah, a lot of pressure, but like that's good heavens. I forgot I have a anyway, a lot of pressure, but like that's so cool. I'm so lucky in that regard. And I don't want to lose sight of how lucky I am for that, you know. Point is, um, I'm trying to learn comics from people I trust to make comics. Good night, Haley. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. The Pervert is really good. It made me like cry. I also read it like really late at night, so I was very emotionally volatile. But I think it would have made me cry otherwise. Closing note about at the end of 920 London about being able to move past failing and thrive after trauma. The end of the world really keeps you going sometimes. It's so lovely. I've talked about this like at length with my friends and stuff, but it's such an interesting story because these characters' lives are a paradox, you know? Like um like Hannah has no like vision of like her long-term future is just like nothing. She doesn't have any idea what she wants um in her life except for like what's right in front of her, you know, with like keeping the mushrooms alive and stuff. And Kiki is like the other side of the spectrum where she has like this long-term goal of like being a pop star or whatever, but she has no vision for the short term. So like um you have these two characters that are both like they don't have a future, but they still have to like they 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 don't have like a view of like their life that's ahead of them. They don't have a perspective on that, but they both have a different way of their future motivating them, but it's an incomplete vision of the future. Um, because neither of them are happy in the present. They can't live for the present. Um, and I don't know. I think that's so cool. It's you know, it's it's a story that doesn't have like a lot of like narrative. It doesn't have any like narrative like rise and fall and stuff. It's just kind of you're looking into the window of these people's lives, and I really like that. I really like stories like that. But my other thing about it is that I was saying that they're very paradoxical, especially Hannah, because she like plans on dying, like she wants to kill herself, um, but she still puts so much effort into living. Um, and that's something I can relate to uh, in some ways. It's I don't know. It's lovely. I could go on forever and ever about 920 London. Uh, Good story. She's just like me. That's what I'm saying. I was talking to Remy one time about how like it's so weird to have people like look at your characters and say like, "Oh, that character's just like me," and be like, "No, this character is not you. This character is not you as fuck. This character's not just like you. This character's like me. I wrote this character to be a reflection of me." Like, and like I'm not saying like I don't want people to say that they like relate to my characters or something, or like I don't want people to see like a drawing of Joan and be like, "Oh, that's literally me." But I'm like, this character is me. You know, you don't get how much it's me. Because I was like, yeah, like Joan is like a reflection. She's not like a persona, but she's a reflection of me and my feelings in a lot of ways. Um, so it's so strange when people like, you know, say that they like relate to her and stuff, and you know, because like I don't know, sometimes I'm like, some, you know, not everybody does understand the character. And so it's weird to have people like kind of say they do when I don't think they do. Not that I'm like the first, not that I'm the last word on that, but and you know, Remy is saying like, you know, she's saying she feels similarly about people doing that with like, you know, Hannah and stuff like that. Even though you know I'm guilty of saying that she's literally me, obviously. Um, because yeah, Remy's like every character I make is like at least 50% me. Um, so I don't know. That's just something about putting your putting your characters into the world. I guess is that people are going to have interpretations of them and stuff. Exactly, Tara. That's exactly what I'm talking about, though. Cause, cause, like, yeah, like I've drawn Iseld a few times, and she's like, people really like her when I draw her, um, and so but you know, I'm like you don't know who this is, people in the comments section, and you know, I don't know you super well, but like, I know that it's your character. Um, Go skin a politician, Noah. Do it for all of us. Thank you. But yeah, when you make a character, people are gonna see the character, or you know, when you make art, people are gonna see that art, and not everyone's going to interpret it correctly, and that's just something you have to reconcile with as an artist, I guess. And I think it's kind of cool in a lot of ways. Um, I think you know, art is a dialogue between the artist and the viewer, and I like what that kind of results in. And I think even if you misinterpret like an art piece, like I've talked about this in the past, like the piece of art that I've drawn that like has the most meaning to it is probably like the Snoopy God one, right? Where he's like an angel and stuff. And, you know, he's like holding Joan or whatever. That, of all my art, that one probably has the most like actual meaning to it. And, you know, people can tell, and so people have like said what they think it means and stuff. And some people get it, and some people don't. Um, but even a wrong interpretation, you know, quote unquote wrong, is still like it's still engaging with the art, and I think that's great for people to engage with art. You know, obviously I prefer when people understand the messages that I'm trying to convey, but to engage with it at all um, is really fantastic, I think. Not that this is a hot take on art, of course. I'm sure this has been said a million. I'm sure everything I'm saying now has been said a million times, and more articulately by people that aren't me. You know, I like art. It's what I care about in life. So yeah, Senator Cox, please, please get rid of that guy. I'm not a fan of him. He's kind of fucking with my life right now. A lot of the time when you draw her, she wears this one jacket you wore a lot specifically because it's masculine and it's simple. Yeah, yeah. I get, yeah, it's that like response is a lot stronger when it's something so personal. And you know, it's also a shame that like art in art, there's a lot of artistic nudity, um, and that can have a lot of symbolic significance. It can symbolize vulnerability, and it can, you know, blah 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 blah. Um, a lot of people on the internet see nudity and they're like, this is a sex. So, you know, a lot of my most vulnerable like art pieces with Joan are ones where she's naked. And that has artistic significance. And I just have to deal with the fact that like there people are going to see that and go booba, look at the boobie. Um, uh, that's just being an artist, I guess. And I don't mind. It's, you know, it can be funny and stuff, and you know sometimes, sometimes I will draw a boobie because a boobie is cool, but it's a strange environment, especially like on Instagram in particular. Um, because for some godforsaken reason, that's where like my art is the biggest on online. And people on Instagram, dude, I don't know why they feel the need to be the way that they are. Everyone's so immature. Like people are pretty bad on other places. Um, but like people on Instagram are just wild. Um, I bet like they're so disrespectful. Um, so that's why like, my comments are restricted. Because I just don't want to have to deal with people, which is a shame because, sometimes I would like to, read comments from people who don't follow me. Um, you know, sometimes I don't want to be in like an echo chamber of like people that already like my art. Um, but it's like, oh, thank you, Izuki Tachimaru, for following. Um, like, I can't deal with like people that will like say something, you know, transphobic on any post that like, you know, has anything slightly transgender on it and stuff and whatnot. Like I don't need to deal with that, and I have the ability to restrict my comments, so I'm gonna use the ability to restrict my comments. This bus stop was a pain to draw the first time, and oh baby, it's a pain to draw the second time. Spent over you sent over 500 chats last month. Incredible. No, I appreciate your yapping. Don't ever feel bad about yapping. Here or elsewhere, in fact. Oh my god. Venus Girl Pianist, thank you for following. I told my little brother because he like messaged me on Steam. Um, he was like, "Hey Rob," and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be streaming soon." Like, "Hey, I'm like actually just starting streaming." I hope he's not like watching because he's not. I say some naughty words basically, and he's pretty young. Yeah. No, I don't care what he hears me say. What I care about is my parents getting mad at me for saying cuss words. Not that they have any reason to be upset. Oh, poop. Indeed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, frick. We might have made a boo-boo. We might have flicked up. Yeah, remember, this is Utah. You can't say the fuck word. You have to say frick. If I say the fuck word, the Mormon police come to my door. And kill me. Sly 2 is such a long game. I know you've told me, and my friend, I've heard from other people. I gotta play the Sly Cooper games. I gotta get this like perspective and stuff right. or else I die. Gotta look at least. It's gotta at least look right, you know? Saying the fuck word is still saying the fuck word. Yeah, but it's funny, Tara. Have you considered that? It's funny to say. It's funny to call it the fuck word. There are police at my door. I can't hear them because I have headphones on. I'm also required to have more than one spouse, yeah. I have to have multiple wives. They also require that just for being a trans woman, though. In today's economy. My ancestors would be disappointed with me um, for being transgender, but they would be excited at the prospect of my chances of having multiple wives being increased by that. The grass is supposed to be sort of flattened right here. My ex-Mormon, yes. Do I still follow the church's most divisive rule? Also, yes. The goal is one wife and one husband. That's cool. I like that. But unfortunately, that's not Mormon. You can't have more than one husband, but you can have more than one wife. So, and you should. Goal is 2 wives. That's respectable. It's a boy wife. Okay. See, that's gonna put you in a bit more trouble, but I personally think that's awesome. They should make me the Mormon prophet, I think. Let's see what the next page has. Okay. Mormonism 2, the Mormoning, so true. Man wife. Appreciate your polyectoma joke. Yeah, okay. I like that joke. I've made it before. And I would have appreciated a more charitable audience as well. And do you really think Joseph Smith would have cared? Because the difference between polyamory and polygamy, because at the end of the day, whatever you do, you have multiple wives, so same ultimate sort of result. I don't know. Gotta cover the skin politician with tar. What are you playing, dude? What happens in Sly Cooper 2? Joseph Smith was too busy marrying 14-year-olds in his 30s to care. Well, yeah, I know that. gotten so into Minecraft, you have a vent book in your room. That's awesome. You're doing Machiavellian Bach again. What? Yes, Noah? Something to tell the class? What are you playing? World is nearly 2 years old and you have 430 hours in it. That's fun. Putting Joan into a jar and punching holes in the lid. Oh, I know who you are now. Thank you. Thank you for giving me clues and hints. I should have guessed from the mention of having a man wife and a girl wife. Girl husband. I don't remember. Goop. Are you? I thought you said the politician was dead. Or did I just assume that because of the fact that they were skinned? Good heavens. Now, I'm gonna keep assuming that you're playing Sly Cooper too. I think it's funnier that way. Yes, I do know that Slag 3 introduces the Giantess fetish. I've seen it. They are forcing her to draw a chain link fence. You to be a pilot right now. Yeah, I understand that feeling. I know how you feel about Mecha. Hmm. Why does my story require so many chain link fences? I mean, there's one chain link fence, I guess. You're normal and can be trusted with piloting robots of a large variety. Indeed, indeed. As am I. It's interesting. Dreams of the world ending and you have to look for each other. Is this Lancer talk? From Deltarune. I miss Lancer. Nobody ever draws Lancer. I know it's a mecha TTRPG. I'm joking. Have some faith in me. Every now and then. It's okay. I'm doing all this intricate work on this chain link fence, and I'm going to erase part of it because the fence has a hole in it. It is crazy work. What they do in those games. This fence also needs some vertical pillars in it. Let me check something. Come on. Maybe it doesn't because I never drew any on it. It just looks kind of weird without them. But it'll look better when there's like a person standing there. Sly 4 was a complete flop. I forgot that they made a 4. Why Sucker Punch Production switched to Ghost of Tsushima? Writer's barely disguised fetish ass mission. Look, when you're making shit and you have the creative liberty, why not? As long as it's not like overtly sexual, why not like put your own shit in there. It's not real art without slight insertions of fetish. Yeah, exactly. It's how art's meant to be. Does your art fetishize misery? Maybe. Don't answer that. I feel like a meddling eunuch whispering into the Emperor's ear. Can you make suggestions to your girlfriend about her story? That's beautiful though, to have, you know, your partner contribute to your story. I think that's awesome. But I also don't want to like meddle too much in Nell's story, so I just love the idea of like making art together with a partner. Something's puppy girl computer. Now make her punch her again. Now you're cooking. Yeah. No, this is good actually. Can you make more suggestions to your girlfriend? That's why you had your girlfriend build something in your Minecraft world? That's so cute. She made a lighthouse? That's awesome. Oh, hi, Orchid. I hope your Spanish test went well. Truly, the gang is all here. And there's 4 of the 35. I've streamed 35 times. Vita game recommendations. You should go in like the gaming channel and maybe Nell has some recommendations. I'm just thinking about this because like Portal 2 music is playing. Oh, on your chest. Okay, good heavens. My short attention span. Yeah, stream like 17 to 20 times. That sounds about right. Right, a prisoner interrogation scene. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay. This is like Portal 2 music playing. I think it's still Portal 2 music. Yeah, it is. There's like an artist I follow who does like good like Portal fan art. But they made like this big like story post about how like people who ship GLaDOS and Chell are like wrong and disgusting and that's like morally bad and stuff. It's like they were written to have like their story is like a breakup. It's like a messy breakup. Like I don't think there's like an argument to be made about like a weird age gap or whatever. Especially when like it's hard to say like anything about age with like a robot, you know? She should write the prisoner being tied to the chair helplessly. So real. God, I still need to watch Arcane. Maybe if Elle can't watch our documentary tonight, then I can see if Nell wants to watch Arcane. You read them as a mother-daughter relationship? Okay, here's the thing. That's how I read it as a kid, and I totally think that reading is 100% valid, right? But I think after like seeing like certain interview stuff and you know, growing up a bit more and stuff, which again, that reading's totally valid. I agree with it in some ways. I think the like Yuri reading of it is just as valid, not necessarily more valid, but I think it's a lot more interesting. Oh, hi. I'm working on my comic. Not the textured pants. What? Very personal. That's fair. I understand that. I will not deny you that interpretation at all. I wouldn't deny anybody that interpretation. As I said, I think it's a really valid interpretation. I think in a lot of ways, at least, that was intentional by the writers. But I think the writers also intended some Some gay homo robot. Favorite lesbian story is Courage the Cowardly Dog. Artists I really like. She moved off of she deleted Instagram, but you can still find her on like Tumblr and stuff. Shit, what's her name? I only know her like actual name is Lucy, but she has like a comic she started about Courage the Cowardly Dog, being like a trans girl, and it's really cool if you ask me. How petty and emotional GLaDOS is in Portal. It's hard to read her as more mature than Chell. You see the breakup dynamic a bit more. Yeah, but also like parents can be very immature. So, but yeah, her like lack of maturity does definitely add to the like breakup thing. If you ask me, episodic TV can be really good with messages and themes. Yeah. She doesn't feel immature to you? Interesting. She's, I don't know, I think the way that she's like incredibly like possessive of Chell is very, you know, immature. Just not uncharacteristically so for a parent. I guess I see what you're saying. But she reads very well, I think, as a possessive and abusive like partner. Oh, the cat and the bunny. Yeah. I never watched Courage the Cowardly Dog, but I of course have heard a lot about that episode. Your network got fucked, oh no. Go watch classic trauma posting. Yeah, well, yeah. I could cry about a purple dog. He's pink. I'm sorry, Raylan. You don't need it. Don't be compelled to talk about anything you don't want to. Please. Like I said, I think that reading's totally right. You're pink. Is that your fucking persona? That's cringe. I'm sorry there's like a dead raccoon in the corner of the screen right now. That's not really great. Orchid, do you mean subjective? I'm gonna assume you mean subjective. Everyone is cringe. It's a reference. She's doing a bit. Can't a girl do a bit? Yes, girls can do bits. Thank you. So yeah, it's supposed to be subjective. Okay. I used to listen to the Portal 2 soundtrack like all the time as a kid. Look at these bits, hell yeah! Yeah, watching old stuff makes you sad. I totally get that. I think a lot of people can agree with that. Getting an ad for gambling. I don't. Okay, I think I've talked about this, but like, do you guys think that there's been like a rise in like gambling, or am I just like growing up and like seeing it more? I feel like gambling is being like advertised a lot more, and like it's weird. I don't like it. There's been a rise because of online gambling. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Yeah, you said you'll never be able to experience them through the same eyes. I get that. Like I feel that way about like Pokemon Emerald and you know, Portal. Stuff like that. Drew Gooden did a video about it. Okay. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Institution. Like that, like the song, like institutionalized by the suicidal tendencies. An unironic pro gambling meme account. Unironic? Are you sure? I've seen some, but I assume they're all bits. They're all doing a funny. Get sad because you can't remember them well. Oh yeah, I get that too. I get very melancholic about the idea of losing memories. I get anxious about it too. I get melancholic and anxious about a lot of things. You know. Like I fucking when I saw Inside Out in theaters, I cried uh at the scene when everyone else cried, but not because I was like sad that Bing Bong died, but I like the concept of like all of those memories in that like pit that are just like fading away was like heartbreaking to me. And like terrifying also, if I'm gonna be honest. Did you see my monitor just get like a little bit darker for a second? It's an online horror ARG about a bunny and a tree. Are you talking about like Angel Hair? Because the first like half of Angel Hair I thought was really, really good. And then it got to like meta and stuff, and I didn't like it. Maybe? Okay. God, that's crazy and unironic pro gambling. Yeah, they told the story they wanted in season one. I watched the playlist and I got to a certain point uh that I thought was the end of the story. Because after that was like the um like soundtrack. Uh but I guess it wasn't the end of the story. Um I because I came back to it and there were videos after that and I was like, why are you continuing? Like I thought the story was finished and it was like a good ending. Whatever. I can always make my own art that I do like, you know? So who cares that much, really? That's not the right tool. Okay. I love GAD too. I love yeah, I love that shit. That's so fun. I'm assuming you mean generalized anxiety disorder. 'Cause that's what I have. And it's my favorite thing in the world. Yeah. Yeah, I love being paralyzed with fear from nothing at all. Remember something, get sad, forget you're sad, remember something. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you, Venus Girl Pianist. I like drawing furries. I don't consider myself a furry, but I like drawing them. Oh, thank you, Anti Orchid, for subscribing. Well, even if it was just to get rid of this stupid pop-up, I appreciate it very much. She peed her pants. It's shading. Have you ever heard of shading? God, I hate this country. Come on. She doesn't pee her pants until chapter 2. It's not true. She doesn't pee her pants. She never pees her pants. George Orwell. True. Someone ought to call rat food. Is that like a person who likes to draw like piss stuff? Is that what you're saying? George Orwell said in 1984 when Big Brother pointed at the artist shading her work and said, "Look, everyone peed. She peed her pant." That was heartbreaking. Do you think Winston from 1984 is transgender and a furry? I think so. It's been so long since I read 1984. This says a lot about society. Yeah. I don't think I have a copy of 1984. I can read sometimes when I have the attention span. Which is rare. Martvani. So true. Reading The Cossacks by Tolstoy. I think I heard that was good. Nell's reading, something by Dostoevsky right now. Didn't this song just play? Oh wait, no, the other one played. Okay. Thinking of reading The Idiot as your first Dostoevsky book? I've never read that one. I got halfway through the Metamorphosis. I got 2/3 of the way through the Metamorphosis. I need to get like a physical copy, because it's so hard for me to reach it on my phone, as I alluded to earlier. I love Kafka, but the way Book Talk talks about him makes you want to be a gatekeepy gremlin. I'm so curious about like what he's written besides the Metamorphosis, because I'm not really aware. I finished 2 pages of my comic and it only took me 3 hours. Fantastic. Read his letter to Melina, he's so lesbian. Seems like it. Getting silly clip. Whoa, God, what did you clip? I don't do anything clippable. Export these so that I can put them on social media. I do? I don't think I do. Not when I'm drawing. I need to have like people with me, you know, like Drawfee, so that I can like riff with people, you know. So I'm not really just like riffing with chat. Which I don't mind riffing with chat, but like, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'll look at the clip later. No, I'll look at the clip right now. I hate my voice, so this is gonna suck. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's a fine clip, whatever. At the beginning of a study in Scarlet the other day, and you forgot that Sherlock Holmes just didn't know that the Earth goes around the sun. And made a conscious effort to forget. Is that when he says his thing about how like his mind is like an attic and he needs to make room for useful things in there by throwing out things that he doesn't consider useful knowledge? Read the rest of Unwind. I never read that one. It sounded interesting. Okay, I will go on like thrift books and yes, he says that right after. Okay. Cuz at one point I had a Kindle and I got really into reading Sherlock Holmes. Because I would just download like all the free books I could get and they're, public domain stuff. So I read a lot of Sherlock Holmes ones. And it's so funny cuz some stuff Sherlock Holmes says is so stupid. He's such a doofus. I've talked about how I love the like Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes, and I do. Um, I think that movie is like the best, like most accurate interpretation of Sherlock Holmes I've seen because Sherlock Holmes is such a dork. Um, you know all the things I could do with that audio, sure. Real serious, yeah, Gundam literature. Hey, Gundam is serious. It's about like the effects of war on youth and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'll go on thrift books. I'll get a Kafka collection. That'd be nice. Uh yeah, Kafka. I don't know. The guy who wrote the book about the bug. So, Twitch thinks you like football gambling, have children, and looking to buy a house. Gundam Sentinel is military nerd bait. Good news for you, I suppose. Uh, good heavens. My iPad just put itself to sleep. I said it, I say that lovingly. um, I don't know if my iPad's hot because I've been like putting it to work so hard, or because I was like holding it in my lap, because I hold it in my lap. Um, that's a stream though. That's exactly how long I wanted to stream. So, uh, thanks for being here. I'm sorry I took such a long break. I'm really glad people still decided to show up when I came back. And next time I stream, iPad killed by thighs. Yeah, my big beautiful thighs squashed it. Anyway. Yeah, thank you for being here. Good heavens, could you be a little quieter, music? Okay. Um, okay, thank you for being here. Next time I stream, I might play a game because I like never do that. I'll either play Signalis or Disco Elysium. Thanks for being here. And take care of yourselves, guys. Have a good night. Bye.